Man, what's good, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope y'all enjoying this NFL Sunday action, and hope y'all enjoyed uh, yesterday, Saturday college football action. Man, of course y'all know what it is. This is Southern Baller Show. I am your host, Jared O11 Green. Of course, I have my 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 brothers, my partners, man. Coach 67 Sports TV and JB. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. How are y'all gentlemen doing this afternoon?
Man, I cannot complain, man.
I'm
Shout out to
blessed,
my
man.
LDPC. Yeah, man, that's good. We all blessed, man. All blessed. Uh, Salute to J Bar. Already in chat. He said salute family in chat. Salute brother. And 86 Ghosts. Sup chat and coach. I appreciate y'all, man. First thing I want to say, man. When we talk about, I'm gonna go ahead and go into boxing a little bit, fellas. Is that all right? I know but we talk about
Man,
everything.
go for what you know, man.
Uh, Erickson Lubin, he need to go ahead and sit down, bro.
I said the same thing, bro.
He need to go ahead and sit down. Uh, those who don't know, he lost a TKO knockout against Ortiz Jr., Virgil Ortiz Jr. last night. And we got hit by multiple. He was hit by multiple equilibrium shots on the ropes, and the fight was stopped. It was nasty. He never been the same since the Fedor fight or the Charlo fight, as far as punch resistance. So, everybody LDBC who covers boxing, of course, picked Virgil Ortiz Jr. to win, so it's not a surprise. But damn, I thought he was gonna get stopped probably in the later rounds, but damn, not in the second. Uh, y'all brothers watched that fight, man. What do y'all think? Y'all think Erickson Lubin need to hang it up? Go ahead, coach, because you already said something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's time for him to hang it up. I said it last night in our group chat, and in addition to that, you said Fedora. Yeah, Fedora did a number on it, but I think Cholo really kind of got the ball rolling. I don't think he's been the same since that fight. I think it's time for him to go ahead and call it a career, in my humble opinion.
I agree. I definitely agree, man. He had a good boxing career. Was a champion. Now it's time, you know, call it home, man. JB, what's your opinion?
I agree. I think what I'm saying he's damaged goods now. He's been through the been he's a young fighter that had a lot of wars and battles in
Mm.
early in his career. So now he regressed faster than probably he wanted. I still think he's a good fighter, but he's that that day of beating anybody in the top 10, top 5, or top 15 maybe that may be coming to a close.
Oh man, yeah, man. And what y'all think about Jerron Boots Ennis coming in the ring and supposedly that fight is gonna be next, and Jerron Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. What y'all think about
Honestly,
that
I
fight?
think the both of them they hyping it up, but I think both of them pump faking. I don't think we're gonna get this fight as soon as. Realistically, I'm just just be honest with you. We were supposed to get this fight a while ago, and that's the one thing I hate. But the pretty boy, well, not pretty boy, but the Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao type. Hey, we gonna milk these fights forever. These
Hmm.
type of things happen. I mean, even if cause you mentioned Charlo, like for example, Charlo and J Rock. Man, we got so many fights in whether we talking about Wilder and AJ. Man, so many fights we just didn't get as fight fans. You know what I'm saying? So I think they need to go ahead and get it on. Of course, De La Hoya already talking about, hey, basically Ortiz the A side, like he didn't even sell out the venue last night in his hometown. So I don't understand, bro. So at the end of the day, I think both of them pump faking. I think both Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn pump faking. But we need to get this fight like ASAP Rocky. I believe it when we actually get him in the ring. And back to Lubin just for 1 second. If he was at least like a journeyman fighter that could kind of be a stepping stone fighter, a gatekeeper, cool. But he's not even that. He just like cannon fodder. So it's definitely time for him to give it up. But in terms of Ennis and Ortiz, I want that fight ASAP Rocky, but I don't think we're gonna get it no time soon.
JB, what you think?
I believe it when I see it. Ortiz is known for not, pulling out of fights. So is Boots. Yeah, this is where I say this is why
And you're
dudes
totally,
like
and I
go
don't mean
ahead.
to interrupt you. I want to interject for people that may not know what you're talking about. Both of them had their chance to fight Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford
Mm-hmm.
talked about it in an interview, and he had his receipts, and he had a point. But go ahead. That's what JB's talking about.
Yeah, so um, situations like this is the reason why we have a Jake Paul now. Because the fights that we should see, we don't. Um, if they do fight, I'm leaning more to Boots because I think Ortiz, Ortiz is disciplined as far as he can box a little bit, and he smothers you with his punches. He wears you down, and he has a high guard. But I think Boots' style is made for him. Counter his counter punching style. However, Boots do get hit with punches he shouldn't, so that may um
Give him a chance.
that may give Ortiz a chance. But other than that, I think Ortiz style is made for Boots. But like I said, I believe that fight when it's signed and we have a date.
Guys, I agree with both of you, fellas.
No, hey,
And
I don't believe it when it's signed. I believe it when it's in the ring.
that's true too. 'Cause it can be signed and never happen.
True,
That's true.
true. And the first bell ring. Yep.
And salute to Mr. Shelton in here, 49ers fan from the SIP. Talking rah. What up, man? Your 49ers playing at y'all rivals, LA Rams. So
Yeah, tell him, Mac, MNF, and Jones better watch out for them Rams. You know what I'm saying?
For real, man. Because them Rams is
They put a beat down on my Saints last week.
Oh yeah, yes, they sure did. Matter of fact, they up now, 7-0.
Damn, the game just starting. They up already.
Yep.
Damn.
And Jay Ball said, "Go Colts." Yeah, his Colts won today in a very close game. Yeah.
Man, JT went off. 200 something yards, bro. Rushing.
Yeah, he's definitely my pick for the MVP this year, man. Yeah, they got past the Falcons. But just to wrap off, just top it off about boxing, and we can go into what we do, about football. This weekend coming up, we got two good fights, man, that I'm excited about. We got Benavidez versus I'm blanking on the brother.
Yardy.
Yard. Thank you. Or Yardy. How he pronounced it. And
Anthony
then we
Yard.
got Devin Haney
And Brian Norman.
and Brian Norman.
Brian Norman Jr.
Brian Norman Jr. Yeah, because his dad promotes him. So I know we got a ways out, but we gotta wait a whole week. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to y'all. Who for each fight? Who y'all got?
I think Benavidez is gonna beat the brakes off of Anthony Yard, unfortunately for him. And I think it's gonna be a good scrap between Brian Norman Jr. and Devin the Dream Haney. But I got Devin the Dream Haney winning by split decision.
Mm. So I got Benavidez as well, but don't be surprised if Benavidez has to get up off the canvas and win. And I see him getting off the canvas and then stopping Yard, excuse me, with a late stoppage. I think
I can see that
Yard is a front runner. You know, he got power. He's
because
very dangerous in the first.
David
Mhm.
Morrell hurt David bad in one of the later rounds, but David Benavidez rallied and hurt him a few
Yeah,
times. So yeah,
yeah. I mean, Yardy can crack, man. He can crack. I keep saying Yard. Yard can crack, you know. So, but I think if David boxes, I think everybody underestimates David being a boxer because he'll come forward. Um, you know, he have constructed destruction when he boxes. I like how he fights. But I still think, like I said, David Benavidez is winning. Um, Devin Haney, Norman Jr. I think this could go two ways. I can see Haney may get knocked down or hurt in the later round, and then making an adjustment like he usually do, and then watching Norman for the rest of the 6 rounds or the later rounds, or this could be a straight out wash where Haney just boxes Norman pants out because I don't. This is one of the things
say what
where
you mean.
I know
You
Norman.
pump faking a little bit. Say what you mean.
I am just hold on, let me land.
Okay,
So
I'm
I
let you
think
land.
Norman is a great young fighter.
Right.
Okay, and I think he's going to be the future of what they fighting at 147. One,
Yeah, welterweight.
Yeah.
yeah, welterweight. But I think Devin has fought a lot of champions. I think he knows how to handle um, championship fights and championship situations against elite fighters. I haven't seen Norman in there with a lot of elite fighters. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Devin been in there with the Lomachinkos. Uh, he just went to Ramirez's and what's the dude that hurt him in the first first or
Linares.
second round?
Linares.
Yeah, Linares. So
Cambosos
I
too.
think
He went to Australia and beat him
Cambosis,
twice.
even
Yeah.
though even though he's a cheater, I still, Ryan Garcia, he's still, up better than anybody that's Norman has faced lately. Really, I don't really know who Norman has faced. Really, you know what I'm saying? As far
hmm
as resume, now
Well,
this is
well,
boxing. That may not matter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
we'll see.
well. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. He was trying to fight Boots, but Boots really looked like he didn't want no smoke with Brian Norman
Yeah,
Jr.
because
So
he's
so
dangerous.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dangerous Young Boy and Boots trying to get the money fights, but my thing is what made him full of crap. Terrence Crawford was your money fight, and you were backpedaling him with that fight. But go ahead, coach.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, a lot of times when you got an up and coming fighter, I think Devin Haney was the only fighter that really gave him that opportunity. Like I said, he tried to fight Boots. I'm gonna kind of use another example. Somebody we talked about earlier, like David Benavidez. David Benavidez
Hmm.
wanted that fight with Canelo for so long. Canelo ducked this boy for like 6 years. So I think we got somebody that's finally gonna step up to the challenge and say, "Hey, I'm willing to take on Brian Norman Jr." And I think that's the reason why Brian Norman Jr. finally getting his opportunity. So at the end of the day, I think that's the reason why his resume is lackluster because nobody really was willing to give him an opportunity. The way Canelo wasn't really willing to give David Benavidez the same opportunity.
Agreed. Beautifully said.
Yeah.
And we can talk about our brother Deontay Wilder, where he is chasing AJ, and he had to bring Tyson Fury out from the dead. And you know they had three legendary fights. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and this, like I said, in this boxing game, bro, we don't get the fights we want, man, and it can change the course of each fighter's you know
Career.
future and career. So
Yeah, and not to mention he was cheating in all three of them fights. But that's another story.
we know that.
We
We
know
know
that,
that.
but people don't give a damn.
But
That's why boxing is the way it is now. That's why the Jake Pauls are taking advantage of boxing because the masses are so easily fooled. They don't know who. I'm gonna be honest, especially our people. We don't know who to support when it comes to boxing. We
Yeah,
were
like people like Tank Davis.
right, and then we were celebrating when Ryan Garcia knocked down, had steroids uh knocked
he
down.
had a lot of shit up. He had a lot of steroids in his ass.
Yeah, but and people still talking like if you go to that, if you look at the comment section, people are like, man, he got his ass whooped, man. Okay, let me fight you. Let me wrap a hammer, take blood,
Around
duct
your
tape a hammer
fist.
around my fist and knock the hell out you. And I'm gonna go around and say I whooped your ass. It was a fair fight. What the fuck are
What
we talking about?
man, all of them people that said uh Ryan did this to Devin, Ryan did that. Man, all of them people Tank Davis fans, bro. We know
No,
this.
not just that. They think because Devin Haney had to sue Ryan Garcia because what Ryan Garcia it was did was this a lot of people don't know this contract. It's not back in the
It's
60s, 70s,
business. It's
80s,
not
yeah,
the streets.
where you can fuck
It's
them fighters
business.
back
It's
in the
not the
day.
streets.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not back in the day.
It's
Shout out to Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali went through all that bullshit back in the day. So we can have a good eye on it, but we ain't paying attention.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of these banana eating monkeys, they are casual boxing fans. They only Tank Davis fans. They really don't know what's going on, like, the brothers in the LDBC. So that's why I really don't pay them no mind. You know what I'm saying?
No. So I don't understand why Devin Haney gets so much hate when he fought everybody that was like in his weight class and it was considered the top person in his weight class. He ain't duck nobody. So if anything, we should praising that brother. But the minute that he goes in, to some adversity, him being knocked down by Ryan, at that getting back up against some steroid ass punches, and Ryan Garcia already a strong boy, he can punch. But people want to believe what they want to believe. That's all.
I told you that Rocky movie shit is for them people. It's not for us. We don't get the Rocky movie. Oh, he got heart. That's for them. That's not for us. So,
Good point.
But but we know Ryan Garcia was full of juice because guess what? Man, this dude lost to Rolly. This dude was he didn't even look like the same fighter when he fought against Rolly. And Rolly is a C-level fighter. You see, Rolly he didn't even attempt to fight Devin Haney. So, like, we know what it is. That's why, when you look at people like Ryan Garcia and Tyson Fury, man, these guys are scumbags, they cheaters, they liars, and it is what it is. And for like I say, a lot of those guys that was rooting for Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney, man, a lot of those guys were like Tank Davis fans, or they were casual. I mean, bottom line.
Agreed. And Tank Davis ain't even worth talking about. He should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about how Devin Haney has tried to fight the best possible competition. He tried to fight Tank on multiple occasions. He tried to fight Shakur Stevenson. Tank then tried to fight all the best fighters.
Y'all
Even
keep
though
cooking, man.
and Tank Davis, yeah, we know he done got a couple big money fights. But at the end of the day, man, Tank Davis, he a disgrace to the sport of boxing as far as I'm concerned. People like him, people like Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, and we was talking about how Devin Haney and Wilder, like, man, these the real ones. But these the ones that get all the hate. But you forget is like Anthony Joshua and Tank Davis and those type of cats. Like they get all the love. Like Anthony Joshua, Canelo, Tank. Like these are fighters that get all the love. So it's insane how backwards the way boxing is set up. Like you said, that's the reason why you got people like Jake Paul and Logan Paul will come through and get a bag because, first of all, we're not getting the fights we truly desire. The best of one fight the best. And in addition to that, like the real ones don't get the credit they deserve, like the Deontay Wilders and the Tank Davises. But all the Fugazes like the Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Joshua's, Tank Davises, they get the praise. So it's backwards how the sport of boxing operates. What's your thoughts on that, JB?
Man, I agree. I agree, look, man. It's just how it is now. People, the fake gets supported and the real gets criticized. You know what I'm saying? Um, when Deontay Wilder tell everybody, hey man, this motherfucker playing with his gloves. He playing with he boxing with loaded gloves. Everybody was laughing, said it was an excuse. But what nobody wants to talk about, there was a lot of fighters and a lot of fighters and fighting camps were checking gloves and catching people. I think it was what's old boy name? What's that fighter name?
You
He
talking about the
from
one that
Dallas.
was
Oh, Shockey Foster. Shockey Foster caught his camp caught Hispanic fighter long gloves. You know what I'm saying? Um, there was a situation where Dylan White and Derek Chisora, that fight. So it's funny where a situation like that, people were checking gloves, but people will never give Wilder his credit for pointing at that issue where motherfuckers be cheating and playing with gloves, and then and then when their people get lose, or people who they were supporting lose, like I think I saw an article where people were trying to accuse Terrence Crawford of loading gloves. You know what I'm saying?
And it
This
wasn't
dude
true.
ain't never positive for nothing. You know what I'm saying? David Haney was snapped. So it's just laughable, bro.
and
It's
I
just
mean
laughable.
and not only that, but even when it comes to Tyson Fury has a long history of being not only a drug cheat, but just being a cheater in general. Putting egg weights in his gloves and removing and rearranging padding and that type of thing. So, and that's the crazy thing about it. Look at his gloves in all three fights with Wilder, and look at his gloves when he fought against Francis Ngannou. Look at the difference in the padding in his gloves. So, for people that deny that, I'm not gonna lie. Like a year ago, somebody I had this old video, before my channel started moving in the right direction, where they basically, probably about a year ago, they put a comment in the comment section, basically saying like, "Are you serious? Like, you think Fury, cheated Wilder and blah 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 blah?" And I'm like, man, are you trolling at this point?
No, because
That's
they
been
want to
so.
see. They don't want to. They matter. I'll be honest with you, they don't care.
Yeah, they
They do
really
not
don't.
care. So they're gonna keep you ready. It's backwards outrage,
And it's irony.
fake outrage.
This was a black person too.
Yeah,
I
I
said,
don't care who it is, black, white. It's back. Whoever has that mentality, it's because they don't do the or don't get care.
The
They're gonna
research
believe
is
what they want
there.
to believe. Yeah, they're
The,
gonna.
the 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 fight is still on YouTube on when him fight. We ain't got to go through the Wilder situation. We can just point and look at the Christian Hammer situation where they had to stop the fight before the first bell before the first bell rang. So this motherfucker gloves were funny. So this shit ain't hard to find. People just don't care, bro.
I
It is what it
refuse.
is.
I refuse, and we're gonna get to football, ladies and gentlemen. We just talking about boxing first, but I refuse to let people insult my intelligence. So you mean to tell me, and people was bragging about Tyson Fury's power, and when he get against Deontay Wilder, soon as he gets in with other fighters after that, even the Usyk, the smaller man, he can't knock them out. Where's his power at? If you got power, you got power. Rest in peace to Big George Foreman. He said that if you have power, you have power. It's not something you train, something you born with. But we can go in all day, man. But let's go into some of these scores. We're going into football, ladies and gents.
college football top 25, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So here are some of the rankings right now. So we still got Ohio State undefeated. Number one in the nation. Indiana's still undefeated, even though they came close yesterday, dropping the game to Penn State. Texas A&M is still undefeated. Alabama is 7-1, and then number 4, Georgia is 7-1. Number 5, Ole Miss is number 6, and they're 8-1. BYU. They're no longer, and I think this is maybe this is as of November 2nd. My apologies. So a lot of these teams, like for example, Ohio State should be 9-0, Indiana's 10-0, and Texas A&M is 9-0. So BYU lost their first game yesterday against Texas Tech, so they're no longer part of that club that's undefeated. They lost to a tough Texas Tech team. That was one of the upsets of, in my opinion, that was one of the bigger upsets of the week, in my opinion. I'm not saying that the Texas Tech wasn't going to win. It just I didn't expect BYU to be blown out like that, because their defense is ranked the highest in the nation, and that their freshman quarterback Bear Bachmeier has been balling out his mind. So they just ran into a brick wall yesterday. Salute to Brent Fox, man. He said, at the park with my son still supporting. D-Man Jr. said, my brothers, man, salute, brother, man. Always supporting. Appreciate you, man.
Man, salute to y'all brothers.
Big
Salute,
Red
fellas.
said, yeah, man. Big Red said, salute everybody. And y'all please go over to Big Red, host of Big Boy Talk over there with Brandon, aka 86 Goats, and Jay the Six, man. They're over there be cooking, talk about sports, everything. But let's get into some of these scores, man. Because I was gonna go in the rankings, but what I have is not even updated. All right, so, and like I said, I'm just gonna go over because time is money. and we go on here for a good time, not a long time, as the brother coach would say. Uh, so
Top 25.
yes, sir. So Ohio State beat Purdue 34-10 like they're supposed to. Indiana, like I told you, beat Penn State barely. It was a great game. Came to the down to the wire. Their wide receiver Omar Cooper Jr. had a beautiful uh, toe touching touchdown to seal the game for the Indiana Hoosiers. Um, but they ended up winning 27-24. Texas A&M beat Missouri 38-17, so they are still undefeated. Alabama beat LSU 29. And as you know, they're still looking for a head coach for the future. Um, as far as LSU,
Yeah,
Georgia. Go
they
ahead,
have their
coach.
search committee going on, while Southern has their search committee going on. So it's ironic how both schools in Baton Rouge looking for a head coach, and for those people like, oh yeah, with the guy, the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, they was like, oh, LSU might hire him, and LSU is not hiring a black head coach. They might get you an interim black head coach like Frank Wilson, but they're not gonna hire a black head coach. It's not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting, whatever the conclusion of that is. Salute to my brother Hendo, aka Rogue Pod, man. One of the, in my opinion, one of the best Baltimore Raven content creators on YouTube, man. So please, please continue to support this brother, him and Yolanda B, that sister as well. But okay, and then we got Georgia beating on Mississippi State 41-21. Ole Miss blew out the Citadel 49-0. That's supposed to happen. Like I said, BYU drops a game. They got their first loss of the year to Texas Tech 29-7. And Oregon almost lost to Iowa. Iowa's always one of those sneaky teams. But Oregon ended up getting out of that one 18-16. Notre Dame beat Navy 49-10. Okay, and this is one of the other upsets. Now, other people may consider this the upset of yesterday. The only reason why I don't, because it's the ACC. Me and you, JB, will tell you. If you play ACC team and you're in that conference, I don't care if you undefeated, no much talent you got. If you don't, if you're not on your A game, you will be upset. So I say that to say this: Wake Forest upset number 14 Virginia, 16-9.
Not surprised.
And also, speaking of the other, Big Joe, if you hear this call, I'm sorry, man. Another upset, and I'm not surprised because both are ACC teams now. Newcomer ACC edition, California upsets number 15 Louisville, 29-26.
Now I was surprised about that.
I wouldn't say.
I'm not, but I am, because I think California. We North Carolina almost beat California. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If a certain somebody would have just held on to the daggone ball while you crossing the goal line. But anyway, yeah, that's for Louisville to drop that. That's disturbing.
Hey, it's the ACC, man. It shouldn't surprise you at all. Vanderbilt had a very, very good chance of losing the game to Auburn. But
Good comeback.
Yeah, they came back 45-38. Miami beat Syracuse, which they supposed to 38-10, and then number 18. Another upset, Wisconsin beat number 23 Washington 13-10. Let's see. Let's see what else. Oh, this is another, and Big Red, you're gonna like this one. UConn beat, in my opinion, a very decent Duke team 37-34. So that was a surprise to me. Any more ranked teams? Of course, North Carolina beat Stanford 2015. And there were no other ranked team. Of course, we're going to say, because Colorado is always in the news. Colorado ends up losing to a mediocre West Virginia 29-22, and Colorado had a chance to win. Now, they have an upside. Their quarterback, Juju Lewis, was balling despite them losing. Of course, it was very obvious that their offensive line needs some more work. Like it seems like we always go to the offensive line with Colorado. You would think that they. I'm gonna stop what I was about to say, because I'm gonna say this. Coach Prime said he doesn't do a lot of recruiting. My brother, I think you need to. Look what happened with Juju Lewis. Look what happened to your freshmen. During that game, a lot of freshmen had a lot of highlights. So I know you want to go stay in the portal and everything, but most of your progression is going to come from your recruits, your freshmen, your sophomores. A la Juju Lewis. Because he's a freshman and he's balling better than Salter. He fit the offense better. JB, what was your opinion? What was your opinion on the performance of Juju Lewis, and what obviously them losing to West Virginia, they are no longer eligible for a bowl game. So, of course, their mindset needs to be going toward of how they're going to get better as far as getting more talent. They may, my opinion, they need to get rid of a lot of the recruiting and the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator. They just need to make change and overhaul. But JB, what is your opinion on that?
I think with Juju Lewis, I think you found your quarterback as far as that regular ass offensive scheme they're running. They got somebody that can run it. But as far as from that, man, you losing to West Virginia, that's not a good football team, homie. You know what I'm saying? And again, I keep saying this: we support Coach Prime. This is, we said this could be a possibility at the beginning of the year, where Shador is gone, so this might be a down year for them. Me, you, Coach, and Big Joe went over this, and Brent. We said could be a possibility where they have a rebuild year. But look, man. If they're going to get players, well, excuse me, let me start by saying this. They need to get players that fit their scheme. Juju Lewis should have started at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case. I know you got Caden Salters, you know what I'm saying, out the portal, but Caden Salters is not a spread QB. He can't run the spread. He's an option quarterback. You got good running backs. You need to run the ball more. I'm not going to go into that. We talked about it about this a lot. Um, and you need to fire your OC. As long as you got Pat Schumer as your offensive coordinator, y'all gonna keep winning, losing games. Y'all should win.
Well,
Period.
I think he been demoted. I think it's Bert something. He's a tight end coach or something like that. But it's some of the same stuff. So all his put it this way, all his friends that he's trying to look out for, which is fine. But if they're not doing if you don't see any uh progression of what they're doing, or it's nothing that's benefiting the team, then they need to go.
So then that's another problem. So if he demoted the OC and it's still looking like the same stuff, then as far as defensively and offensively, then the eyes goes to, of course, the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, over here we support black head coaches to get their shot. You know what I'm saying? We support, when they having a bad year, to give them the same grace as the other coaches, these white
Right.
coaches.
Right.
Hey man, this is going to be a bad year for them. They can't trot this shit out next year, bro.
Mm-mm.
If they do, then I I don't think they're gonna have Prime at Colorado long in future reference. So hopefully that they do some work in the portal. And like you said, not just the portal, but actually some old school recruiting, just in case the people in the portal don't is not a fit for the scheme or the team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna still be supporting Colorado, but it's just not good football
It's not.
over there,
And
man.
and Deion Sanders did some John Harbarish stuff yesterday. He had all three of his timeouts, right? They all he had to do was kick a field goal uh and then try to get the ball back. No. Kick a field goal and then kick it off to them, and then hopefully have their defense hold off. And use all three of your timeouts and get the ball back. You know, this man called a timeout to kick the field goal, gave the ball back to the other team, and they only had two uh, timeouts left. And then obviously they just leaned on the running game, was able to get the first downs and ran out the time. And you hear a lot. I'm just being 100. You hear a lot of people say, "Oh man, Dion can't coach. He cannot coach," and it gets on my nerves because a lot of it comes from bigotry. Because there's a uh, belief in bigots and racism that black men or black people are not smart to be a leader in anything. So that gets on your nerves. But in this case, what he pulled yesterday, and there were other times he did the same stuff with the timeouts, man, you proving them people right.
Well, it definitely seems like he has some clock management issues. But going back to we talked about this on HBCU Fanatics, and the irony is some of the same issues we have in the HBCU world, those same issues are prevalent when you get to the Power Five PWIs. We talked about how allegedly Terrence Graves had demoted Mark Frederick, and he made Fred McNair the co-offensive coordinator. But the irony was, like, Adrian Crook kept saying this in the chat that, man, Mark Frederick still calling the plays. And lo and behold, Mark Frederick still was calling the plays.
Hmm.
I'm not saying the same thing going on with Dion, but if the offense looks exactly the same and there's no difference, it could be a similar situation going on.
That's exactly what's going on,
And the irony is
Coach.
the
Good example.
irony the irony is when it came to Terrence Graves, people was like, in fact, somebody came in my post game reaction chat yesterday, and it was like, man, y'all could have let him finish up the season. Like, no, if you gonna blatantly lie to administration and blatantly lie to your fan base and say, hey, he's no longer calling the plays. We just gonna get this guy. We're gonna promote him from the quarterbacks coach to the co-offensive coordinator, and he gonna transfer the plays. He gonna call the plays, but he gonna translate it to his system. And all actually, I have to come to find out is a lie. Like, when you lie like that, you deserve to be fired. Point blank, bottom line, period. So hopefully that's not the same situation when it comes to Deion Sanders. And then not only that, but we talked about this on HBCU Fanatics too. Like the teams that's been kind of struggling in the SWAC, like Southern, FAMU, Alcorn State. Some of those teams, they kind of been lazy from a recruiting standpoint, and they just sit and watch huddle clips and YouTube videos and online footage and this, that, and the third. Like JB said, instead of sitting behind your computer screen or sitting at your desk looking at a computer monitor and recruiting that way, you need to get out and do some old-fashioned recruiting and going out and beating the trail and maybe even getting a recruiting service. Highlights and clips not gonna tell you if what this guy really like. And Jay Good kind of pointed this out behind the scenes in terms of HBCU Fanatics. He was saying, like, a lot of these guys, when they come to recruiting in 2025 because of the transfer portal, like, a lot of these coaches have gotten lazy. You got to go out, you got to beat the recruiting trail. And if you not going to put eyes on every player, like, you got to have your ears to the ground, and you got to have a adequate recruiting service. So at the end of the day, it sounds like Deion Sanders, he need to kind of, from a recruiting standpoint, he need to kind of go back to the old days and, have your coaches go out and scout players and this, that, and the third. And, you got to get players that fit your system, and you got to get them out the high school ranks. You just can't, we talked about this with Trey Oliver,
Right.
In terms of, culture over scheme. Like, you really got to build a culture where you recruit players from high school, or you develop them, you coach them up, and you make them the type of players you want, as opposed to just try to get players out the portal and plug and play. That's not going to always work, you know what I'm saying?
No,
In a lot of instances, it's not going to work.
And here's my thing, Coach. Even if they are sitting at the desk or computer monitor or whatever, my thing, you can do that, but make sure you have the people that's helping you with that know what the hell they're looking at. So don't bring in an RPO quarterback knowing that y'all spread the ball out. You when you're sitting at your computer, you can't tell that this type of quarterback doesn't fit your offense. You don't need to fly to define to figure that out. I just don't understand it.
Well, I mean, like I said, bro, the thing about it is, it's not just him. It's coaches all across football, on all levels, that's having recruiting struggles because of this new way. I mean, certain guys are way ahead of everybody else in regards to this, and other guys, they just need to do a better job, recruiting players, seeing what type of character these guys really are, how good the students they are, what type of personality they have in terms of being able to overcome adversity, whatever the case may be. Like I say, a lot of these coaches lazy, and like you say, even if you are watching huddle highlights, you still have to know how to evaluate talent. And
Right.
it just seemed like too many guys. I mean, you just think, hey, this guy came from that school, he should come over here and do good. No, does he really fit your system? Is he the right kind of quarterback? Is he the right kind of running back? Is he the right kind of defensive player? Is this a guy you really want put in your system? Is he a plug and play guy, or is he a guy you're gonna need to coach up, and gonna need to teach some things? You're gonna need to develop this player. So these are some things that really need to be taken into consideration.
Facts, man. Crazy. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, but this college football season, there's what, like 3 more games left.
Well, I know for my Jags, there's only 2 more. And I think for big college, yeah, it's like 2, 3 more games. Of course, the Power Five schools. You got bowl games, you got playoffs. So yeah, I mean, before you know it, bro, all you're gonna have is NFL football, and then before you know it, you're gonna have his NBA, and then before you know it, we're gonna be back to the off season. So, like you say all the time to the fans in the chat, or just the people watching the live streams or the playback or whatever the case may be, enjoy the football while you have access to it. Uh, and because before you know it, it's gonna be out of here. And I'm not gonna lie, I hate to say it, in terms of the teams I'm fans of, like all of them struggling this season. So, yeah, I can't wait to turn the page on this season and get to next season.
I hear you, man. And I missed the team. I was rooting for the Memphis Tigers and Memphis Tiger, man. If you listen to this or to listen to the replay, I was rooting for y'all, man. To sweep your division, but Tulane got y'all this past Friday, 38-32.
I ain't gonna lie, that boy John Summerall, he might be the next head coach at LSU. And I'm telling you,
Yeah, man. And Jake Retzlaff, the person the quarterback that used to be BYU's quarterback, and he transferred to Tulane. He was balling. He was balling. He was
well, I
cheering.
mean, they had to get another quarterback because Tulane starting quarterback went to Kentucky. I think Kentucky gave him like what $6 million in NIL money, and so they needed to replace him. So Tulane's quarterback from last year, he went to Kentucky. Man, it's crazy how the portal works and how if you play a certain position, you can get a bag, especially if you play quarterback. If you're elite level left tackle, if you're a pass rusher, if you're a defensive back, it's kind of same thing with the NFL. If you play certain positions, you're gonna be overvalued and in some instances overpriced.
In this case, Tulane, shout out to their recruiting team. Because he fits they offense perfectly. Because he did not impress me, Jake Retzlaff, or Retzlaff. He did not impress me when he was at BYU. He was throwing picks. He was okay. He wasn't terrible. But in this offense, Tulane offense, he just looks more fluid.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's part of the reason why he's such a big candidate for the LSU job, because he has a track record of being able to build programs, being able to develop players, being able to evaluate talent, and get the right players to fit into his system. Imagine if he had LSU's finances, LSU resources, LSU facilities. If he's doing what he's doing at Tulane, if he actually was to get the opportunity to go to LSU, it'll be interesting to see can he get him to the next level. But in some instances, guys do a better job, when they have less at their disposal. But when you give them everything they need, maybe it doesn't translate well, So in some instances, if you give him an LSU job, he might strike gold and get him a national championship, or it might be, hey, maybe he was a type of guy that could get the most out of what he had in the situation he was in. But when you elevate him, it may not translate over. So you never know. But the only way we'll find out is if LSU actually rolls the dice and give him a chance. But I think they're in the same situation with Southern. At least they've won national championships more recently. But the thing about it is, they in essentially the same situation as Southern. The only difference, Southern hadn't won a SWAC championship since 2013. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you're a college football coach and you come to Baton Rouge, whether you come in a Southern or LSU, the fan base is not going to be patient and not, hey, we're going to wait 3-4 years for you to turn the program around. No, you need to hit the ground running and you need to be able to win right away. So whatever coach come to Baton Rouge, whether they come to Jaguar Nation or Tiger Lane, you need to
Mhm.
understand like the expectations are going to be high on both sides of town, and it comes with the territory. If you're going, especially if you come to LSU, you're gonna get a bag, but the fan base is not gonna be patient with you. You got to be able to win and win right away.
Yeah, man, that's true. And time is running up on Coach. Speaking about patience, time is running up on Coach Fromm. He has to have a better year, a winning season this this next year, this coming
And
up
I'm not
season.
gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this was an ongoing conversation before we transitioned to HBCU Fanatics, when we just had this one platform without splitting the two entities. A
Right.
lot of people didn't feel like he was going to be able to make the transition up to PWI Power 5 ball. And I'm not going to lie, it seems like right now they were right. I think
It
he's still
seems like it right now, but it's just, you know what it is. It's just pride. He needs to swallow his pride and just be like, you know what, this is not working. I need to fire this person. I need to fire this person. This player does not fit the offense, or maybe I need to change the offense to fit what this player is best at. Me talking about quarterback, because people talk on social media talk about Caden Salter sucks. No, he's in a system that does not work for him.
yeah,
Now, if he
he
would have
don't
went
fit what they're
to
doing.
right, if he would have went to a Houston or even a Georgia Tech, um, he would have fit those offenses a little way better. Um, in my opinion,
Yeah, but I
JB,
mean,
you agree with that? Hold that thought, Coach.
I agree.
Because you've been the main one saying that, yeah, the reason what people are saying, and I see what you're saying. People talk about Caden Salter's not that good. No, he just doesn't fit that offense. They was trying to force him to fit that offense, Colorado's offense, but um, he doesn't. And I feel like they
Shador's not
wasted his
there no
senior
more,
year.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
I feel like
So
they
he need to
wasted
make
his senior
adjustments.
year. Yeah, I feel like they wasted his senior year, in my opinion.
Well,
I definitely feel that, man. But Coach, what were you saying? And we're gonna move on to the NFL.
I mean, basically, like you were saying, you moved up from the SWAC, like you got to step your game up. So the stuff that would have got the stuff that got you a SWAC championship is not necessarily gonna get you a Big 12 championship or championship on a higher level. You gotta step your game up, and like you said, you gotta swallow his pride, and he gotta do what he gonna need to do to get him to the next level. Because, uh, you know, I'm not patient. I don't know how patient people are in Boulder. I know people in Baton Rouge aren't patient at all.
That
So
alls.
it's gonna be interesting to see how much grace they give him, and how many losing seasons can he afford to have. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting, man. Because if it comes to the point where, because it's looking like, and Dion's been proving them right so far, unfortunately, that you don't know how. He said it, he said it. This came out his mouth against in the Arizona loss. If I knew how to make changes, I would tell you. And that's not good, because if you don't know how to make changes, if you're showing that don't know how to make adjustments, and when what you're dishing out or putting on the field, the product that you're putting out on the field is not getting it done, those are fireable offenses. Like what Southern just did to Terrence Graves. That's so it's not
Well,
looking
Terrence
good.
Graves brought that on himself though. So hey,
Of course, yeah. But moving on to NFL, man. So we had this morning over in Germany. We had uh, a tight game. Went down to the wire. Falcons almost gave the Colts another loss, but the Colts came because they finally stopped trying to treat Daniel Jones as this like he Patrick Mahomes or uh, uh, Stafford or somebody, and just ran the ball with JT, Jonathan Taylor, and a lot of passing lanes eventually opened up. But they end up winning 31-25, and Jonathan Taylor had over 200 yards on the ground. Broncos beat the Raiders 10-7 this past Thursday. Jets beat the Browns. Browns were winning, but the Jets came back and beat the Browns 27-20 because of the inconsistent offense of the Browns. I know he a rookie and everything, but there was a lot of throws Dylan Gabriel threw. Like, where are you throwing it to? 17 for 32, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. He can throw a decent ball every now and then. He did have Jerry Jeudy have a decent game, but it's not enough, man. It's not enough. I don't feel sorry for the Browns at all. Of course, I'm by nature I'm not, because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. They are bitter rivals. But as far as just on some football shit, like, number one, how you treat Shedeur Sanders, not giving him a chance. Oh, even though it's obvious that Dylan Gabriel right now is not it. Meaning right now I am consistent. I am gonna give the young boy grace. He's just a rookie, so he got time to learn. But he's not it. And from what I'm hearing, they are not trying to start Shedeur Sanders. So fuck them. They get everything that they deserve.
Thanks.
Salute to Anthony Bolton in the chat. I was just talking about your Memphis Tigers, man. I picked y'all to run the table in the conference, man. But y'all, it happens, man. Especially with them conference rivals. Yeah, but let's go back to the scores. So we got the Broncos beating the Texans 18-15. We got went down up. Sorry, y'all. So, like I said, we got the Saints beating the Panthers 17-7.
Yay!
Jada Six and were mad as hell. They definitely had a chance to win this game, but the Saints wanted it more.
They bled the clock at the end.
Yeah.
Congrats to the Saints.
Patriots beat the Buccaneers barely 28-23. Okay, here come the Patriots. Drake May and the Patriots.
I see you, Drake.
Dolphins beat the Bills. Dolphins upset the Bills 30-13. How the hell that happened?
Yeah, this is a weird year of NFL, man.
Well, you got to realize they're division rivals too, So, and it just looked like Jared Allen. He just had an off day. It was a quarterback sneak. It looked like he was going to run the quarterback sneak for a touchdown, and then they stripped him and he fumbled the ball. So it's like, dang.
Yeah, I saw those highlights.
Yeah. Josh Allen ain't played all that good, man. And yeah, they do struggle against the Miami. So
I ain't gonna lie, Davon Achane tore their ass up in the rushing and receiving. He is a weapon when used right. Yeah, man. Like you said, this is the weird year of football, but that's why we love it, right? Uh,
Facts.
Bear, Bears come back and beat the Giants 24-20.
Yeah,
Uh,
Caleb Williams had a 17-yard touchdown run.
yeah,
Ended up, putting them
ending the
ahead.
game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Uh,
right, Bears.
Texans beat the Jaguars 36-29. Lawrence had a chance. They had a possession where they had a chance to go down the field and maybe even win the game, but that they
Fix it.
oh, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, y'all. I'm gonna ask you fellas a question. You think it's time for the Jacksonville Jaguars start looking for another quarterback? I think so.
I would agree.
What you think,
They paid
JB?
them all that money. They got to stick with them for at least another year. So I, I agree, but
Business,
since
you
you
saying
paid,
business wise, it ain't gonna happen.
yeah, basically.
Man, okay.
I don't know. To me, I hate to say it. I think he got Sam Bradford written all over him to me.
Damn, not Sam Bradford. Which is perfect because Sam Bradford had spots in his career he was balling and then just times where he got awful. So yeah, that's a good example. That's a good comparison, coach. That's a very good comparison. Um, and of course, we got Rams 49ers going now. The Rams up 21-7. Lions are beating Commanders 22-10. And JB, we gotta talk about the Ravens Vikings, man. It's more some we won 27-19. Can I be honest? We could have blew the Vikings out with our running game alone, but our guard play, left guard and right guard, it just got awful. And then shout out to Sip the Tally, coach, and the Roll Pie. I didn't think anybody was worse than Daniel Falele, but Andrew Voorhees proved me wrong. He has no push in the run while he's run blocking. It's crazy.
We got people on the roster we can switch out, but they don't play them. And if they worse than them two, then they don't need to be in the NFL, let alone the roster.
Like Sid Vitale said, yeah. Period.
Facts.
Trash, man. But we were able to, because of the Lamar didn't have a great game, but it was decent enough because of the defensive pressure was all in his face, and a lot of his wide receivers dropped the ball.
Yep, he had a good game. That was a great game.
Yeah.
He got rocked one play. And then watching Coach, shout out to Coach Simpson Talent Live. You said we might need to look at right tackle too. Hell, shoot, number 15 came around that end and lit Lamar up. So we got a penalty for roughing the passer. Even though if I was a Viking fan, I would be hot. Still, can't have your quarterback taking hits like that, man.
And after seeing that game, even though we won, I was convinced. Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm done with John Harbaugh. I've been saying that, but that just you want Lamar to try to win a Super Bowl or be successful behind that. Shame on you. Shame on you.
like I told you, Jared, behind the scenes, I don't care if we come back, make the playoffs, win the Super Bowl. I still want John Harbaugh fired. Give a damn.
Yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad. Uh, and then what games we got Monday night? We got Eagles Packers tomorrow for Monday Night Football. That's gonna be a good one. And then later on tonight, we got Steelers Chargers. That's gonna be another good one. So I'm definitely gonna be rooting for the Chargers. uh, Now let's do next week. We're gonna do next week's pick. So Jets Patriots.
I got
Patriots.
the Patriots.
Yeah, I got the Patriots too. Commanders Dolphins.
Ooh, I'm going Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins too. They're finding their stride, even though Tua been a pick magnet. I think they slowly find their identity without
Man, I think
Tyreek Hill. Go ahead.
Dolphins gonna come back to earth next week. I think Washington gonna beat the dog shit out of the Dolphins. Look, man.
uh, it's quite possible, depending which Miami Dolphins turn up. Giants Packers.
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 Texas Titans.
I'm gonna say Titans.
You said Texans, Titans?
Yeah.
Man, the Texans gonna beat the dog shit out of the
Yeah.
the Titans.
Yeah. I'm going with GP. I'm gonna say Texans.
I got Texans. Yeah. Panthers Falcons.
Oh, Falcons.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Not the way they look today.
Yeah, I
Panthers who? Panthers versus who?
Falcons.
Falcons.
I got the Panthers. Bears Vikings.
Bears.
As long as Bears. JJ McCarthy ain't it right now.
Yeah, I got Bears too. Chargers Jaguars.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I got Chargers too. Buccaneers Bills. I got Bucks. Come on, Bucks, do us a favor.
I want to go Bucks because I don't like Buffalo, but I don't see Buffalo losing 2 games in a row. I'm going Buffalo.
Bengals Steelers.
Steelers.
49ers Cardinals.
49ers.
I got 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers. Cardinals ain't playing good football.
And I got the Bengals, by the way. Seahawks Rams. I got the Seahawks.
Oh, Seahawks. Seahawks been playing some good football here lately, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Puka Nakua still nicked up, or he playing right now. Or what? I think the Rams. I think they're gonna. It's a division game. I think the Rams gonna get it.
Do you know they got they offensive wide receiver? I'm not convincing you, Coach. I'm just why we picking the Seahawks. They picked up one of your best wide receivers for the Saints, Rashid, and then their wide receiver core was already decent.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed when they traded, and don't you know the Saints only got a 4th and a 5th round pick back for him in return, and I'm like, Shaheed, your second best receiver behind Olave,
right?
And I'm not gonna lie though. I was anticipating the day like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a huge drop off, but Olave picked up the slack. They used Taysom Hill a lot, and Jawan Johnson stepped his game up too. Uh, they did lean a lot on the running game too, uh, especially at the end of the game. So I was mad that they traded Shahidi because Shahidi was your starting punt and kick returner, and he was your number 2 receiver. But uh, I'm not gonna lie, they played good without him today. I think they just had the Panthers number, but since it's division rival. But other than that, it's gonna be. And the crazy thing about it is, I was reading an article where a Seahawks fan felt like they gave up too much to get Shahidi, and I'm like, are you crazy? Like, as far as I'm concerned, the Seahawks fan felt like they got the short end of the stick. As a Saints fan, I felt like the Saints got the short end of the stick. But at the end of the day, we're gonna see how it works out for both teams.
Yeah, we are. Because like right now they blowing out the Cardinals 38-7 as they should. Um, like like for example, man, like JSN, you already got to worry about him, and then Cooper Cup, and then you got Shaheed that can blow off the top.
Oh, he could take the top off of defense easy
Take the
money.
top, yeah, absolutely. So that's something you got to pay attention to, and how these secondaries are built nowadays. Not a lot of secondaries can defend that.
Well, and this, I guess this Seahawks fan was looking at the fact that he was an undrafted free agent, but they don't look at how like he was really the Saints' lead receiver from a production standpoint, even though Olave really the number 1 guy. Um, I felt like it was a bad trade for the Saints, in my personal opinion, and I think the Seahawks got to steal it, if you ask me.
Football term, Big Red. Get your mind out the gutter. Pause, blow. Yeah, we gonna have to pause for Big Red. Pause, blow off the top is crazy. Football term, Big Red.
Yeah, Big Reds, he can take the top off a defense because he's a fast wide receiver.
He knows, Big Red.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I tell them kids that all the time. I'm like, hey, I'm a middle aged man. I don't use terms like pause. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Some stuff do sound crazy. So I say pause because some stuff do sound crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't never say pause because to me, context is key.
I hear you. Yeah, you're right about that. Um. Okay. Cheese Broncos.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Cheese.
Bo Nix is playing like garbage.
Ravens Browns.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Ravens.
Oh, Ravens. As long as Dylan Gabriel playing, man, we should beat the brakes of the Browns. If we don't, then we got another problem.
Yeah. Hey, just knowing the Browns, they're playing against y'all. That might be the game they might want to play Shador.
Don't jinx it. I'll be damn. They might think, you know what? We gonna put our racism aside. Yeah, we know, Big Red. It's all love. um, uh, we gonna put our racism aside and our personal feelings, and we're gonna let Shador start against the Ravens. And that would be the game they do that shit against, a Shador ball.
Yeah, like they did with Jameis Winston,
Yeah,
and they got the win.
I hope. Keep playing Dylan Gabriel. If they beat us with Dylan Gabriel, it is what it is. I'm gonna be hot, but it is. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it is what it is.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He worse than JJ McCarthy.
Damn. Lions Eagles.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. I'm going Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm gonna go Lions. I think Kelvin Shepard got something for the Eagles. Defensive coordinator over there.
And for people that saying he gonna be the next head coach at LSU, and the devil is a lie. That is not gonna happen. I want it to happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, man. And listen to Coach. He in Louisiana, so his ear low to the ground when it comes to things like that. So yeah, I believe you. And then lastly, for week 11, you got the Raiders Cowboys.
I want Raiders.
I'm going Raiders.
You said Raiders, Cowboys?
Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, Cowboys. Vegas is probably the Vegas is worse. Is a bad football team
And worse
than the
ain't even a
Cowboys.
word.
Yeah, I said worse. They're a worse football team than the Cowboys. They terrible.
Man, Geno Smith gonna have the game of his life against the Cowgirls.
I hope
Let
so
me tell
too.
you something. Gino, listen. Gino having problems over there in Las Vegas, bro. That got two outside monsters. So, and then that defense, especially that secondary, ain't hitting on that. If Crosby don't get back there in time, then you can beat Las Vegas easily.
Man,
So
you
it's
sound like a robot, JV.
I'm just saying.
No, I meant you was breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I can
can
hear
hear you
you.
now.
No, I'm saying that if the only defense they got over there at Vegas, if Crosby don't get back there, then that's it. Las Vegas is terrible. They're not a good football team.
Oh, we're gonna see. I'm
Pete
picking
Carroll
them to
should have
be the
stayed retired.
Well, if he was black, he wouldn't have got that kind of grade. So hey,
No, he wouldn't.
No. And the reason why he got his job because of Pete Carroll. They got old boy out of there quick. What's your boy name?
you talking
Pierce?
about Antonio Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I talk about this on my channel. Every time we talk about, next head coach for the Saints, you always got somebody that's it, man. The Saints, I mean, not gonna be saying the Saints. Southern need a white head coach. I'm like, bro, why do black people have this white savior complex? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? It aggravates me. You know what I'm saying? If race didn't matter, Antonio.
Because they think everything that black people do is janky, and that's not the truth. You just gotta have to find the right brother or sister for the job.
Bro,
Stop.
I can't.
Put more effort in trying to find a white savior.
I can't stand it. Oh, we need to hire this guy, that guy.
Put more effort in trying to find the right brother or sister for the job than finding and add like you putting the same effort for somebody who doesn't look like you because you got some deep seated hate or you think that when it comes to organization, black people are not organized, and that's not true.
Well, the thing about it, the thing that aggravates me is they like, well, hey, we ain't won a SWAC championship since this year. I don't care if you black, white, orange, purple, yellow, blue, green. I just won't win. And I'm like, okay, so you need a white person to win. Man, get out of here with the nonsense, bro. If race didn't matter, Antonio Pierce and Brian Flores and Gerard Mills still be head coaches in the NFL. Eric Bieniemy and Leslie Fritz would have been head coaches already. So, man, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? We talked about how fugazi the Rooney Rule really is. The Rooney Rule would be in place if race didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be like my next video, probably dropping about Wednesday. But man, I can't stand these black people that got this white savior complex.
I hear you, man.
And these are educated black people that graduated from HBCUs. It's
That
insane
don't
to
mean
me, bro.
education don't mean nothing if you don't got no common sense or you don't know what your enemy is doing on the battlefield.
Man, it's insane.
You feel me? So that don't really mean nothing.
Well, it's
Long story short, I don't matter what face you put behind it. If the organization is trash, now if they don't clean up like what's going over there at Southern, apparently it's an internal thing that they need to clean out. So I don't know.
That's
right. So I don't matter. Right. So I don't matter what coach, what white or black coach you put over there, it's gonna be terrible. And so long story short, putting a white coach over there ain't gonna help you. Put the right coach in there. And there's plenty since it's HBCU. There's plenty of viable, great picks for black and hell, and maybe female black head coaches. Who knows? I'm just saying. I mean, but I agree. Just they're not so quick to give the jobs away, those spots away at the PWIs. Why are you so quick to give them away at the historically black colleges? I agree with you, Coach.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. But man, we gon' this was a fun little show, man. We gonna wrap it up here, man. Coach, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
Uh, you can come over to my channel, Coach 67 Sports TV, here on YouTube. I think I'm like, what, 59 subscribers short of 1,000 subscribers. So if you've not done so already, come to my channel and subscribe to the channel, like and share. Tomorrow night, probably about 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm gonna have another installment of the tailgate party. I'm gonna drop another video in terms of what we just talked about in terms of the white savior complex on Wednesday, and of course here on this channel on Thursday we're gonna have HBCU fanatics. So come over to my channel, come subscribe, come rock out with me. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed and phenomenal weekend, and peace and blessings to the family, to the entire LDBC, you dig?
Yes, sir. And one of our sponsors for today is, you know what it is, Old Hillside Bourbon Company. Y'all make sure y'all go to the website, get you a bottle of bourbon or whiskey. Um, Even if you don't drink, this would be a good gift for someone, a family member, a friend. So please, and this is black owned. So please support. Please support. This is good product. So made by hand. So please support. Uh, Shout out to Big Joe Townsend. He's one of the partners of this company. So y'all make sure y'all support, man. Um, JB, any lasting words before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, another great show. Man, y'all have a great rest of the Sunday. And I want to say something real quick. Rest in peace to Marshawn Nealon,
Yes, sir.
who took his own life apparently. Now, um, other people, bring it up may just be for clicks. I wanted to do it at the end of the show. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it because we don't know what's what. We may get more information, just like the wide receiver Lacey
Mm-hmm.
at LSU, and find out more information that came out. But
Right.
apparently, you know,
You
uh,
mean Kyron
you
Lacy,
know,
right?
Yeah,
Kyron
kind of
Lacey,
like.
yes,
Yeah.
and apparently he took his own life. So anybody who's having issues, mental health issues, and just want to give up on life, I don't care what religion you in, whoever. If you need to speak to your pastor, your your friend, your counselor, do it. You know what I'm saying? Get that out of you, some of your thoughts, so people can, that really help you and love you and care about you, or just care about, people in general will talk you out of that because you're down. You may be down right now and everything is not going right, but I promise you it will get better. If you keep fighting. But other than that, fellas, um, y'all have a great work week, and I catch y'all in the next episode.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, man. If you're going through something, please talk to somebody. Even because nowadays people are lone wolves, meaning they're not sociable. So even if you don't have any friends, man, speak with the counselor, someone. Don't matter what. Like JB said, it don't matter what you believe, man. If you're a Muslim, speak to somebody you know, um, at the mosque or the brotherhood, man. One of your brothers, man, or whatever. Just speak with somebody about it. Speak with counselor, psychiatrist, something, because the mind can be very dangerous if you let it get to you, especially nowadays when things in this country are um, upside down, and you know the prices are high and people are out of work. So yeah, please do something to help you protect yourself, and and tell somebody about your mental health, man. Don't tell everybody, because everybody's not your friend. You want everybody in your business, man. But thank you, JB, for that. But this was another installment of the Southern Baller Show, man. I appreciate everyone. We're trying to get at least up to 500 before the year is out. So please hit my like button, share, subscribe. But other than that, y'all have a blessed Sunday. Be blessed.